Hold up.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and today I'm giving you guys a tour around my new website. If for those who don't know, I had a website back on my original YouTube name, and I never updated it, and so I decided just to take it down. But this new website is going to be focused around really more than just my YouTube channels, Roast Tires and the American Racing Game Network, but my whole ideology of going for competitive gaming records and kind of showcasing my vehicles, all that good stuff. But yeah, anyway, the website is called Adamson Video Productions .weebly.com. That's the address for it. Of course, you have your little banner here with the video productions, Roast Tires, and the American Game Network, Racing Game Network. And so you got my logo here as the main emblem here. You got kind of an introduction to me. You know, I had my whole setup. My passion is cars, which is primary focus of Roast Tires. However, don't just focus on myself when it comes to YouTube. I also founded the American Racing Game Network on YouTube, a channel primarily based around being a TV network provider for racing games. Host Flagship Horizon Tour, and I also mentioned Tyler and Channel here, who are my two co-hosts on Horizon Tour. For those who didn't know, mentioned my autism. I'll probably save that for another video though on all that stuff. I give the year I was diagnosed, 2007. And also this picture here. Now, I never showed it in that vlog. When we went to Caffeine and Octane, I did mention that I met that dude in blue. This is actually the photo I took with him. I look like a complete idiot now looking back on it. But on this website, I also have my Instagram, my Twitter, and my YouTube links. So if anyone goes to this website and has not seen any of my channels before, they can just easily go there. I even mentioned that dude in blue has inspired me to do automotive journalism and videography. But anyway, the next page we've got is the My Cars, former and current, which I put an image of the car and then a story behind it. Of course, you have the Kia, the 2005 Spectra 5 with Sport Package. I mentioned that it was a hand-me-down from my dad, and he daily drove it for 10 years straight. And the reason I didn't drive it for too long was because of the poor motor skills that are kind of with my disorder, Asperger's syndrome. And I had a hard time driving the car in general, launching in particular. Then I have the Sport Track, and I've even mentioned the review, and you can follow me on Wheelwell. For those that didn't know, I do have a Wheelwell account, so if you're wanting to kind of keep up to date with the Sport Track and my future project car, I'm going to talk about that in this video as well later on. You can follow me on Wheelwell, and I will keep you guys up to date. I mentioned here, it is my current daily driver. It's purchased with no prior history of upkeep and maintenance. I don't think I ever mentioned that. That truck that's sitting outside right now has never been kept up with. You know, it's been never been taken care of. The only time it's had any sort of maintenance done was a transmission replacement in, I believe he said, 2014, I want to say. And it's that was back around 150,000 miles. It's got 213,000 now. No, 215,000 now, actually. I've driven it longer. And I mentioned it's something I've had to inherit as a second owner because I have had to put a little bit of work into it. For those who don't know, I had to put a battery, an alternator, and a thermostat housing into it recently. So, you know, I've done a little bit of upkeep on this thing that it never got. Also, we will be adding a tune-up to that list soon. I'll do a video on that. And I also have the Gearhead car review I did on this truck a while back. But yeah, that's it right now for those. I have where I mentioned the American Racing Game Network. I give kind of an introduction to it. And I mentioned that if you want to keep news on that channel, you could just tune in to Roast Tires or ARGN, or otherwise known as American Racing Game Network, to keep up with things. Then I have my competitive video game record standings. My competitive record in games, I mean the MLG tournaments and such. I have my Pokemon and Forza stats because I am now in the Forza RC. I don't think I've qualified just yet. I haven't heard from the ESL or Forza themselves whether I managed to qualify for the Elite Series, because that is the series I signed up for. I did do a qualification run with that Audi TTS. I didn't catch it on video, mainly because Liam was down here with me at the time, and I don't know why, I was raging really bad at that time period, and I don't like raging on camera. You know, we have the overall record in Forza 0-0, because I've yet to actually compete rookie year in 2016. My Pokemon record, my first and last appearances were within 2 years, 2010 and 2011, in the Southeast Regionals in Marietta, Georgia, which is about like an hour or so from where I reside. and my overall record is 0-2. But yeah, it's that's basically the Adamson Video Productions website. As I said, you can just look up here in the taskbar. I keep changing it to white, and that is the address to the site. You go there, you can get any sort of information you want on later on down the road with the American Racing Game Network, and any sort of current and future cars, the competitive gaming records, all that stuff you want to keep up with my competitive record, and overall just learn a bit more about me. But now we talk about the project car. I mentioned it in the My Car section. Now, at this moment, I don't have money to get one. And I know it's kind of early to talk about if I don't even have the money in hand at this time to buy a car, but I think I've practically decided what I'm going to look for when I do get that money. Basically, it's going to be a Miata. It's going to be an NA generation, so it's going to be the first few years of the Miata. I think it was like 1989 and 1995, I believe, was the years. Of course, it could have been a little bit later than that. Believe it or not, they're actually very common out here. In fact, one of my friends, his name is Devin, has one at my school. His is really neat. It's got a muffler delete on it. It's got a titanium exhaust tip, and it's got some really, really, really loose belts, apparently. I don't know for sure what's wrong with it. It just squeaks a lot, makes a rattling noise. I don't think it's a misfire. I originally thought he has a blown engine or something. He's been driving it around like that for like forever now, but I've been hearing from other kids it was just loose belts. And, that can't be too hard of a fix. But once he does get that done, that car will be unstoppable, because I'm willing to bet he's just going to go berserk with it. But anyway, with my build, I'm going to go for a hardtop conversion, and that'll be one of the first mods I do. The game plan is that I will start monetizing my videos here soon, and I'm going to try to start bringing higher end content and stuff, all that good stuff. I'm not going to clickbait. I know a lot of people who monetize their videos will probably try to clickbait. I try not to clickbait. So I don't expect that anytime soon. I'm not going to clickbait my videos because, it's just kind of a bad way to go, in my opinion. No one needs to worry about that. But yeah, so anyway, back to what I was talking about, the plan of the car. As I said, it's going to be an NA generation Miata. It's going to have to be a manual. I believe that every single one of them were manuals, so they know that's the big thing there. And the reason I want to go for a Miata is because, well, one, they're incredibly small and good on gas. Because my truck, for those who don't know, gets 12 miles to the gallon with a V6. My mom's minivan has the same engine basically. It's a little bit smaller and it's a Dodge engine, and it's a heck of a lot more modern. But it gets about 20 miles to the gallon, and it's a lot heavier of a vehicle. And granted, my engine's bigger, but it should not be getting this low gas mileage. Most people are averaging around 20 to 22 miles per gallon in the city in their trucks. I'm averaging 12, and I drive like a grandma. If you want to know more about how I drive, just ask Ethan, or Headshot, if you will. And I think Kendallstone may know. I don't know. I don't know if he's ever been behind me or not. But I drive like a slowpoke. It doesn't make any sense I'm getting that gas mileage. The reasons are, it's apparently the easiest car to learn stick on. Every single automotive journalist I've seen get asked about the easiest car to learn stick has said the Miata. I've also heard that the car's 50-50 weight distribution. The car is very easy to toss around. You can kind of learn how a car basically feels. It's basically a go-kart with a body around it. So that's my whole reason with wanting to go with the Miata is, well, it's an all-around awesome car to look at. It's an awesome car to drive. And the tuning capabilities of these things are ridiculous. If I do get one, my plan is turbo and a full straight pipe if it's old enough. So I believe 1991 would be, right at this year, would be the newest the car could be to be completely straight piped. Next year, thank goodness, we'll get 1992 in there, so to kind of give me a bit more leeways. The common years that I've seen on Craigslist are 91 to 93. So hopefully we'll find something in there. If not, and I get stuck with a 93 or 94, it's not a problem. I will wait a year until I can cut the cats off, but I will go ahead and probably chop the muffler off. And of course, the turbo, like I said, the hardtop conversion, it will have coilover suspension. That is one thing that I thought about doing with the truck when I first bought it, was putting coilovers on it. I was like, it's a truck, I don't need coilovers. But that's basically my game plan right now. The closer we get to that, the more I'll probably start finalizing things. Because depending on the condition of the car when I buy it will depend really how much cosmetic stuff I do. Because my plan is I'm not going to do too much cosmetic work to it. I'm not going to put a body kit or anything on it. I might do it. Alright, so I forgot about the Bandicam 10-minute limits because it's the free version. And I haven't used Bandicam in like a month. Or not month, maybe several months really. So, yeah. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and listening to me ramble about what I want. I don't know for sure when it's going to happen. I do know that I do plan on getting a Miata, though. Possibly before I start college at Georgia Highlands College. I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping I'm going to be applying there soon, hopefully, so that'll be kind of exciting. I'll keep you guys updated, though, on that. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Hold up.